Hi, welcome to That's a Thing Accent Core. It is episode .81, and it is Monday, July the 13th. And I'm Drew.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Nolan.
All right, so Drew is surrounded by Mini Coopers. He's in the
Yep.
Italian Job
It's
2
the Italian-
or 3.
The more Italian job.
So Italian, it's in Tennessee. The one place they would never expect.
So I found out the library at UT, the marble is imported from Italy.
Ah, see, that's what they're trying to steal.
Steal back.
Yeah, see, because if you take Tennessee and you flip it like vertically, it's the shape of Italy.
Yeah, Memphis is the boot of Tennessee.
Think about it. See, like, that would be the joke in my movie where you would take, like, the map, and then you say, well, what happened? Like, it just shows Tennessee, and then you have someone, like, flip it vertically, and then it just shows Italy.
I
Like,
think
the
they call
silhouette.
that rotating.
Yeah. But it's just, like, the silhouette's completely changed, and it goes like, oh.
Yep. Oh, it's so obvious.
It's like Dr. Acula.
Yeah.
I love Dr. Acula so much.
It's the dumbest thing ever.
Hello.
Yep.
Okay, so Nolan had finished up Last of Us 2. So you can say some spoiler-free thoughts about it, because we were talking about it before the podcast began.
My big thing is after finishing the game, it's okay. It's not like a horribly bad. If I'm honest, if I'll give it a number, it's like 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, something like that. Like
The Red Dead 2
amazing,
of
but
2020.
yeah, it actually might be. It's got some like neat things in it, but it's not like dirty, like awful, like everyone's saying.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I didn't want to play it just because I don't like... It was that similar to Red Dead 2, where I don't like the kind of the slow walking, like, story game. And also, from what Nolan has told me, about half of the game is good. When you're character B, game is great. When you're character A, game is garbage.
Your character B, second act, like, wow, this game's fantastic. Why wasn't this first?
Also, Drew, can you, like, roll up your windows a little bit? Because I'm hearing, like, major window wind.
Yep. There you go.
Okay, like, you don't have to roll them up all the way. Just a bit.
Well, no, I'm basically back to my apartment anyway, so it's okay.
Oh.
Hold on, let me turn the stereo on.
Yeah, no, we need to have that. You need to be like the people in my apartment complex that, for some reason, and it's only on Friday nights between the hours of 11 o'clock and, like, midnight, play their music really loud, either as they're coming back or having some, like, party. And it's really weird. But it's all, like, it's not all the time, and you can't hear it all. But it's like it's so loud that I always open up my, like, the back, and I can hear it coming from the distance. Yeah, there you go. No, this is gonna get us copyright claim. Drew, no, turn it off.
Oh, Funimation's gonna strike this one.
Yeah, Funimation's gonna show up. They're gonna copy. Toei will come for me. I'll get a strike on my channel.
Break down the door.
That would actually be impressive. I would be super on board because that means someone's listening to the podcast if Toei decides to go against me.
Oh, I had the owners of the Mortal Kombat song strike my Twitter for posting those, like, that stupid video that just had our icons with the Mortal Kombat music playing.
Wow. That's the world we live in, dog. Cyberpunk is real.
Yep.
Actually, that was the side quest in Hypno. That was like the first quest in Hypnospace Outlaw, where you were.
But you're gonna stay in Hitman.
No, when you're playing as GeoCities cop, and your first thing was to do moderation of illegally posted art from some like show called Gumshoe Gooper, and it was real. Man, that game's great. Even though I never played it, that game's great. It was. I think was that one. I can't remember. My brain's gone, man. I'm like having like either quarantine dementia or just old age, or I don't know. But man, I'm going.
Dude, I am losing track of days. I have no handling on what day it is anymore.
Yeah. Like I
Everything's blending together for me.
Oh, it's like I'll have a really busy day and I'll sit down and then I will discover that no, it was 2 days, but sometimes it's reverse where it was all one day. Like some Saturdays I'll be like, oh God, I got to record the podcast. After recording, I'm like, no, but did I? Huh? And then I end up as usual naked in my shower thinking about, is it time to take a shower yet? Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's not. It's really weird. I get confused. Thankfully, the cat still gets fed, though. Nolan, how are you holding up with the confusion?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it was just for me, but like, June flew by really fast
Oh yeah.
compared to what the rest of this month was, which was eternity.
I feel like everything is in a weird time dilation where it is going at warp speed and not at all. Like every day feels like a year and then also like nothing. It feels real weird.
See, to me, everything is just moving fast.
Oh, to me, like
You gotta get in the way.
it's like everything is moving quickly, but it's also like there's so many years. I feel like, okay, the best example is that one episode of Ben 10 where Dr. Paradox was holding on to the time anomaly, and he's like, oh man, I can feel like centuries going by in seconds. You guys got to deal with this because he's immortal. But that's what it feels like, where it's like, oh, that was 10 years.
See, to me, the realization was Kobe died earlier this year.
Oh my God,
Lord.
that was a year ago.
I thought that was last year.
Oh.
Kingdom Hearts 3 came out this year.
Oh my. Oh,
Did it?
God.
I think it did.
No,
or was that last year? No, Final Fantasy came out this year.
Final Fantasy came out this year because Ben and Jan talked a lot about Kingdom Hearts 3 on the Game of the Year stuff.
Yeah.
No, Kingdom Hearts DLC came out.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's
I forgot
right.
about that.
Oh, my brain. I'm dying.
Yep.
Listen, if you need something to help you, stay on track of what year it is, I got the perfect game for you.
What's that?
That's Deadly Premonition 2.
Man, that game runs so terribly. I haven't played it, but man, that game is great.
So apparently, Deadly Premonition Origin, when it came out, it also ran like that on the Switch, and they patched it up.
Yeah, but didn't they say there's no plans to patch it?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Did you see? I saw the clip Nolan retweeted today where York is talking to the girl in the street.
She just gets slammed by a car.
Yeah.
I saw the clip where, because I watched Pat play a little bit of it, where Agent York is sitting in a New Orleans diner and he's just going off about the last Starfighter
and cat people.
Yeah, for like 15 minutes.
Good. That's what I want out of Deadly Premonition.
It's great. No, I mean, that's positive. He's like, oh man, the last Starfighter kicks so much ass. It's so cool. And I'm like, yeah, it is, York.
The whole conversation is, yeah, I got my car stolen. It was a hybrid. Man, and I hope everything's electric in the future. I like the cool designs of the last Starfighter. It's like, yeah, so your car got stolen. How'd you get by? Oh, they stole my car, but they left me this sweet skateboard, and skated down to New Orleans.
God, that is such a deadly premonition of like, nah, now you're skateboarding around town.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Like the tone of that game is exactly what you want it to be. Where it's that weird bit of JoJo's where the plot stops because Araki went on travels and wants to tell you about this cool thing he saw.
Yeah.
But that's the game. And instead of it's like, check out in Istanbul, this is how they do the tea. Araki's like, yo, have you heard about the Waffle House? It's like an exuberant regaling of the Waffle House, and that's
It's
deadly
open.
premonition.
It's amazing. It's open
heard
all
about
day, and they still serve waffles.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
Love it. And then I saw Agent York like punching an alligator, a gigantic crocodile, to death.
Oh, is it wrong that I kind of wish
Zach? You remember? Oh, go
I
ahead.
kind of wish Deadly Premonition 2 was like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 6?
Well, yeah, that's what Tony Hawk's existential nightmare should be.
I wish. Yeah.
Then,
Like, the new Skate better have York as a guest character.
oh, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. Come on, EA, you need to get on some good graces. You can do it. The license to York is probably extremely cheap.
You could maybe get Swery to pay you to put York in the game.
You could do it.
Like, the conversation starts, and then when the deal's ending, it's just Swery giving EA $10 to put York in the game.
Yep. Did any of you guys watch or examine any of the Ubisoft Hyperscape Battle Royale video game?
Oh no.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So I saw the what was it, Far Cry 6 stuff, but that was it.
Yeah, I didn't see anything about Far Cry 6, but they're basically the Ubisoft released their own Battle Royale, and it's cyberpunk
Skating.
toned, but it seems like if you went more Unreal Tournament than Apex Legends, where it's still that kind of 3v3, but everyone's doing super jumps and has powers way more significant. And
Crackdown.
Kinda. And watching it makes me just go like, yeah, I don't think I can play. It's another one of those PC kind of shooter games where I look at it and I go, I can't play this because I'm old.
Is it first person or third?
It's first person. But it's really fast. It's a real fast FPS, and I can't play fast FPSs no more.
Not anymore.
No, I used to. I used to be able to play Counter-Strike, but now I can't. It's the video game equivalent of the guy of what Tom Brady must be feeling when his body's given out. Except for me, it was like age 25. I'm like, there goes my Counter-Strike career.
The Brett Favres and the Tom Brady's of the esports are just like 30-somethings.
Oh, Lord, that's ancient. Yeah, the 30-year-old, they've already retired.
Like, that's what's so weird is like everyone in the FGC, it's either young, like hitting 20, or 40-year-olds.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's because I think fighting games are a bit different, where you still got the old man fighting abilities are still in there, like how you reads and how you do stuff. It's the same as like a 40-year-old boxer could still destroy you.
Yeah. Mike Tyson would still kick my ass.
Oh, without in a heartbeat. It would be seconds.
Did you see that? Did you see that video of Mike Tyson still like boxing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, I guess he's practicing or something. And I'm like, wow, he can still just murder me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He just has that. He can just turn that on and just go, okay.
I can phone it in and murder me.
that got me on a weird kick because I then started watching Mike Tyson's Mysteries.
Mike Tyson's a weird dude.
Is
this show good?
It's an Adult Swim show. It's about what you would expect.
That's what I figured.
The only
really hope
grace on that show is they do have Norm Macdonald as a character, and he's great.
Okay.
It's just more Norm Macdonald.
That's Mike Tyson owns an esports team.
Yeah.
How long until it gets like Echo Fox dissolved?
I don't know. Probably.
But yeah.
Oh, it'll last as long as Mike Tyson's weed lasts, because that's apparently what's chilled him out. He smokes a lot of weed.
Okay, I was looking it up because I wanted to see how old Alex Valle is. He's 42. I thought he was like 50 or something.
Yeah, and that's like him and Daigo are like contemporaries.
It's it's the anime character where you think characters are way older than they actually are.
There is a fascinating like Daigo talking to schools about like when he was a kid going to arcades, and he's talking about how I was just sitting at the arcade cabinet and I just kept beating the guy who was across from me, and then they dragged me outside and beat me up, and then I was afraid to go back to that arcade. And then finally I decided, well, which is worse? If I go back to that arcade and get beat up again, or living in the fear of what could happen and never going back?
Listen, sometimes the knife ekes in out of the corner, but you still gotta throw.
Yep.
Oh man, I'm just kind of all over the place.
That's fine. So when Nolan said like Mike Tyson got you on like a trip of like going and watching, I really hoped you were gonna say Ippo.
Oh no, I've already watched that. Don't worry.
God, I have too, but like I could watch it again.
I could watch that.
Who's your favorite Ippo boxer?
Oh,
obviously Rocky, but besides Rocky,
no, it's either going to be
I really like Takamura.
Takamura's great, but David the Eagle or
Eagle's good.
Eagle's great, and
Aoki, is that the guy?
No, the love interest's brother.
Oh,
Aoki's like,
he's good.
Aoki's training partner, like best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. He's my favorite. I like Rocky and I like him.
Oh, he's so cool.
Who's Rocky?
Rocky is the West Coast Ippo.
Oh, okay. Oh, that guy, the one who's fighting for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one who has the champion Joe kids.
Yeah, I think isn't he supposed to be like or he was sort of inspired by Joe? Like,
I mean, I would believe
loosely. It. I really like the frog punch. The look away. I like him.
You just like the dumb fight.
Because he's just terrible, but he has no talent, but he's still in there, and I respect that.
He's jumping. He ain't got wings, but even a frog can touch the moon.
Yeah, but
also the guy who's so hungry.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah,
he's good.
God, his fight versus Sawamura is so good.
Oh yeah, that manga fight where he just goes, "Okay, fine, you like to fight dirty, okay."
Yeah, because the first round is like the most technical perfection stuff, and then they both walk out and be like, "Fuck this!"
It just beats the shit out of him.
Yep.
Because he like hit his sister, and he was like, "No, I ain't forget. I ain't forget what I'm gonna do."
I think he went. Didn't he go to hit her, and Ippo punched him before he could?
Yeah, but it was still the attempt. Yeah. He remembered. It's like, oh.
Yep.
Yo, I'm just gonna kick your ass. I don't care if I lose.
Ippo is so good.
Yeah. Speaking of stupid things you've been watching, so I alluded to with my comic. I started watching The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay. So
I'm familiar with old white people television, but even I do not know what this is.
okay, so this is weirdly influential. Like this is a weirdly influential show. And I didn't know about it until I had a suspicion, and then I confirmed it on like Wikipedia, and it was confirmed. So Dobie Gillis is a show in the 50s about one Dobie Gillis, a 17-year-old kind of guy who's trying to get a girlfriend. And I would say the tone is like Malcolm in the Middle, but if it was in the 50s, right? Because Dobie Gillis does like the asides to the camera, and he's kind of having like shenanigans. But whenever he meets a girl, he effectively turns instantly into Johnny Bravo. Where he's simping out of control. But the thing about it is that Dobie Gillis, because it was one of like the first, apparently one of the, if not the first show where teenagers were the main lead, where it wasn't like the little rascals or old people. It was like, here's some teenagers that are doing teenager things. And the designs of Dobie Gillis are the Scooby Gang. 100%. Like the people on the Scooby. So like you see, it's Dobie who looks kind of like Fred. His friend is like a beatnik whose name is, I forgot his name. Whatever, it's some 50s name. But he's shaggy. He wears like a single kind of bell-bottom pants, a ripped shirt, and he has like the little goatee and the hair. And one of the girls' name is Velma. Like it is so bizarre because you are seeing like, oh, okay, so this show was popular and Hanna-Barbera knew about it, and they kind of based the Scooby Gang off these kids and their somewhat personalities. It's weird. They just added talking cartoon dog. Kind of holds up though. Weirdly holds up. I liked it. I don't know if I would recommend it if you're not watching it with your parent.
Hold on a second.
Because sports don't exist right now. So right now it's just, okay, we're watching old TV shows. But
What was many loves of
Dobie Gillis. It has a UPA animated intro that's pretty sick.
Oh wow, that does look like Shaggy.
Oh yeah, like you're looking at it?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it's weird because I was looking at it, I'm like, these kids look like Scooby in the game. It turns out, yeah, they were. And the show's not bad. It hit, like some of the jokes still hit.
That's Gilligan.
It is, yeah, that is true. It was like Gilligan before Gilligan. It's weird, ain't it?
That's,
It's like you're seeing one of those like, here's the show where everyone started, but it's like this unknown show with all these apparent all-stars on it. And you're like, what the hell happened? So, Dobie Gillis. It's pretty good. That one of the episodes was Dobie Gillis decided that he needed to have a suit to impress a girl who's a gold digger, but she's hot. And so his plan is that he decides to be a spokesperson for the clothing store. And then he's like, the rich kid and him are having a clothing off. But then it turns out that the girl... in the twist where the rich guy says, oh, Dobie isn't owning all this clothes. He's just renting them for free from the store. And the girl was way into it because she says, no, that shows that he has initiative and gumption. Unlike you're just rich. I was like, oh! But then it went one step beyond where she goes, okay, so how much is the guy paying you to wear his clothes? And Dobie was like, what? he's like, how much is he paying you? And he's like, nothing. And then she's like, oh, that's terrible. It means you have initiative, but for nothing. You're not even getting that pay. I was like, that's weirdly relevant. Also, Dobie Gillis's dad hates him. It's great. he just because Dobie's always trying to simp hard for the ladies, and his dad's like, just work in my grocery store, and Dobie's like, no, and then leaves, but then also ask him for money. And I'm like, oh, that's relatable. So yeah, Dobie Gillis. That's what I was I was watching. It's not bad. I've also been playing Hollow Knight again, and Hollow Knight is fantastic.
Yeah.
It may be
Oh, it's so good.
it may be the best Dark Souls game.
Mm, uh, uh,
I think it's the most consistent. Like, because
it's top 5 for sure, if not top 3.
I think it's, and I only say it's the most consistent because every Dark Souls game falls apart in like the last third.
Yeah.
Maybe Bloodborne. I don't think Bloodborne does. I think Bloodborne's the only one I feel that sticks the landing.
Yeah. Because that's when you get the moon presence crap.
Yeah, and it kind of
like, ooh.
like it sort of ends, but it ends a little. It feels like it ends a little soon, but that's fine because I'd rather it end a little soon than have like in Dark Souls 1 where you go to the abyss and it's terrible. Where you're with like the dragon butts. And it's just kind of like, we ran out of time. Here's a slide to this boss that barely works. And you're like, oh, okay, Dark Souls. But yeah, that's basically been my week is watching old TV shows and playing Hollow Knight. Also with a little bit, a tad of like playing card games. There was an announcement just kind of going that bothered me because as our podcast is firmly in the camp of Watch Gotham, it was announced that HBO is deciding to do their own series of Gotham Central, and I'm like, why would you do that? I feel like,
I mean, if it's based on the comics that like by Ruka, that's a pretty beloved run.
like it is, but part of me thinks it's going to be worse than Gotham because that show will be better if it makes sense.
Yeah, but it's also like, I mean, that's also a good series, especially in like the modern climate, because it also has diversity built in. If it's gonna feature Renee Montoya prominently, which I can't imagine them not doing.
I think it was people were bringing up like that the thing in the Batman or her and her partner became Clayface, and that was like one of the best parts of that show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, oh man, Gotham, you got done dirty. But if it's good, it's good. I mean, if TV is yeah, all right.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I want good TV, but I don't want prestige good TV. Too much of it. If you get too prestige-y, you become terrible, and I can't watch it.
Yeah, then it gets bougie.
Yeah, I don't. When you see those TV shows where it's like too fancy, you feel like someone's holding up their pinky the entire time you're watching it, and you're just like, I can't watch this show. It's too up its own ass.
Instead of giving you a burger, they've given you a deconstructed burger, and you're like, what the hell?
Don't you see?
So what you're saying is, you don't want Gotham Central. You want Gotham High.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Batman Beyond.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think it's...
Oh, no. Gotham High.
Yeah, the one where... Oh, that.
That one, the bad one.
Yeah, but I think it's more like... I think it's... Oh, it's those fan designs where it was like all the villains in high school.
JL8. I love JL8.
Yeah, that one.
Exactly.
What was I going to say? Yeah, it's just like with the prestige TV, like I feel like what you get is, instead of, they don't understand the chiaroscuro, where they go, like this is our gritty and realistic and depressing TV show that just goes down, and there's no levity or enjoyable characters. It's just like everyone's miserable and terrible, and now we're getting even more miserable, and I can't watch that show.
Yeah. Listen, Daredevil had like a 10-year run of comics that did that, and they were good. But they had, what do you call them? Good writers.
That's true. It's also the inherent levity of Daredevil. I feel like a superhero has that, where even if it's like for real deal business, it's still a man with a bullseye on his forehead who could shoot real good. Where that kind of
Kevin, he can also throw real good.
okay, yeah, he can throw and he has good aim, and he uses that for stuff. And you're like, okay, this is like there's an inherent cartoonishness that allows me to accept the grimness. It's the spoonful of sugar that helps the medicine go down.
My brain tried to finish that sentence of "it's the spoonful of sugar that helps the honey go down."
No, I like it. That's this honey isn't sweet enough. I need more. You know. Okay, so this might just be me getting old, but I like dark chocolate now. I don't like milk chocolate anymore. Is anyone else having that?
See, I've never been a huge chocolate. Like, I like chocolate, but I'm not like, I almost never have it. So I've never burnt out on chocolate. And so dark chocolate is still the disgusting mess that it is to me.
See, I like it because it's kind of bitter. It's like I feel like I eat it like so I got because it was cheap. There was like a bunch of the Hershey special dark chocolates. I'm like, yo, I like having chocolates around. It's my dessert or my reward for streaming. And I was like, man, these are pretty good. They still taste kind of sweet. And I was like, but my brain was thinking like, because I used to remember that like the dark chocolate was just terrible. But now I'm like, dark chocolate has that little bit of sweetness. I'm liking it. Still has a chocolatey flavor.
So I went to the store earlier in the week, and they had dessert hummus, the brownie batter flavor, marked down to like 80 cents. And I was like, well, for 80 cents, I can't afford not to try it.
Oh no, did you have an experience with me and the discount sushi?
No, I did not. It did expire the next day, but it was like mad good. Dessert hummus is a good thing.
Huh.
I've just been eating enough hummus now where like it has fried pickled or craisins me, where like it used to just be like, okay, but I've eaten enough now where I'm like, what hummus though?
Oh, hummus is great. That's one of my my favorite. All right, so what's your favorite hummus, Drew? Do you get the Sombra hummuses or do you just get other kinds?
So let's see. I think right now I have Sombra in the fridge, but that's because I had like a small social distancing party, and they forgot their Sabra hummus.
Ah. So, okay, what's your hummus? What you going for?
So, okay, normally it's like sliced squash, but yesterday I made a grilled cheese, and I dipped that in the hummus.
Yeah.
And I'm a culinary genius.
Yeah. So, to me, the best. What I usually put hummus on rice cakes because they give.
I don't like rice cake.
Well, when you're gluten free, you gotta make do.
Oh yeah, when you're dead inside.
Yeah. Because ideally you do pita bread. I mean that's assumed.
Yeah.
So you have to do that. Nolan, I don't know if you're talking. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because sometimes Discord will like do its shenanigans. I think pita bread. I think rice cakes go well. Fritos go extraordinarily well with hummus.
I can see that.
Because to me, hummus, how it was sold to me was Mediterranean bean dip, and I like bean dip.
Yeah.
So I was
also, yeah, in that same vein, tortilla chips go good with hummus too.
Yeah. So to me, it's like if you could use bean dip, you can use hummus, and it probably works better. I like the spicy kind, the supremely spicy. That's my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
The taco hummus is weirdly good. If you have it, it kind of tastes like a taco. It actually, it is the maximum with the Fritos. You get the taco hummus and you eat it with the Fritos, and you're like, you're in a good place. The garlic is okay, not fantastic. Like, I actually like plain better than garlic.
Yeah.
And
I tried pine nut, and I think I like classic better than pine nut.
yeah, I feel like the classic is hard to beat. I just like the spicy because it gives a little spiciness to it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, no one's talking to a cat and or dog.
Yeah, it's my cat.
Yeah. Okay, Nolan, did you ever get one of those like de-shedding brushes? The glove?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, she hates it.
Oh, because that's interesting. Because Stinky loves the glove. She adores it.
See, yeah, so my partner has 2 cats, and one of them, if he sees you put that glove on, he immediately comes over to you. And her other cat hates it.
Okay, so that's fascinating. So it's like literally anecdotally, it's a 50-50 of cats that love and hate the glove.
Yeah.
Stinky loves that thing. She will angrily meow at me until I put on the glove. She'll go meow, meow, and then I have to come.
Does Stinky do the thing where if you're like scratching her, especially like her butt, she like tries to lick the air?
Yes.
Mine does that too.
Yeah, that's the spot.
Adorable.
She's like, oh, and she lick because it's like, oh, you got the good spot. That good spot I can't reach to with my tongue. Like right above there. That's the spot. Yeah, to me the de-shedding brush has worked. She still sheds a lot, but it works somewhat well.
Yeah. It's like to get maximum efficiency, you'd have to spend a set amount of time every day just brushing. You gotta do the Marsha Brady.
Yeah. Like, when I first got it, I was brushing the cat twice a day with it whenever I fed her. Then it really reduced it. But now, that's too much work, and I just brush her in the evening.
Yeah.
So there's nothing you can do to stop it.
No. No, it's always going to happen. You can reduce it, but you can never stop it. And part of that's by design, because the cat wants to get its hair and its smell in areas where it knows that it's safe. So it's like, well, if my hair's here, then I was here before, and that's okay. Stinky the cat does hate my office chair. She always tries to bite and attack the wheels on it. Like, she'll walk over, and then she'll just start like batting and like kind of doing the little bunny hop kicks that are meant to disembowel, but she does that to my chair. And I'm like, what are you doing? Then she'll look at me and then fall asleep, and that's what she does.
She hates you streaming.
Yeah, she hates it because she was on stream and she hated it.
Yep.
Oh, that cat hates it. She hates to be picked up, but likes to be held.
Yep.
She also likes her blankie, except when she doesn't.
That's a cat.
Yeah. Any things else you guys been up to, or any conversations popping in?
I watched the new Suspiria.
What'd you think about it?
3 days. I think it falls apart at the end. But there's some so it's, if you're going to remake a good movie, this is how you do it, where you just take ideas and themes from that movie and remix it into a new movie.
I agree with that. I don't like it. I don't like the trend of trying to fix something that ain't broke.
Yeah, or like Psycho with Vince Vaughn, where they just basically did a shot-for-shot remake, except with Vince Vaughn.
Apparently, according to Red Letter Media, Psycho 2 is shockingly good.
Well, if only I trusted those people.
Oh, I do. Oh, I do.
I don't.
Love
Trust
it.
them with my life.
Love it. Love it so much. So what about Suspiria 2? The ballet dancing.
No. Suspiria just remade.
Suspiria
I don't know.
1.11, you cannot escape the devil ballet,
The dance.
the dance.
It's like I say, it's nice. The murders are grotesque in a different way. If you haven't seen the original Suspiria, how I describe the deaths, the effects are bad, but they're effective. Like, all the blood looks like red paint, basically, at best.
I would say it's so cheap it feels stylized.
Yeah.
It's one of those where you're looking at it like, whoa, that's an interesting shot. In reality, it's more like, oh no, we didn't have
This is
anything
the only
else.
way we could do the shot.
It's like how all the
But-
blood in Danganronpa is just hot pink, and I think they did that to keep their rating down.
Yeah.
But it makes it like, oh, look at this weird stylistic choice.
Yeah. So it's kind of, but there's also things in the old one where the first death that happens, which is in the first 10 minutes of the movie, a gal gets stabbed so many times in the chest that her chest cavity is just open and you see her heart beating. And then he purposefully stabs the heart.
Yeah, that's great.
And it's also just impressive of how you stab that area so many times without stabbing the heart and leaving it intact.
Listen, it's the 70s.
Yeah.
I feel like similar. I will compare it to the exact tonally opposite of classic Suspiria, where it's Dobie Gillis, where because it was made at the time, kind of set in the time, it became a period piece, and it works really well because you're watching it and you're like, wow, this is really interesting. Even though it was current, you're like, this is like a fantastic period piece of the times.
Yep.
I think that's fascinating. I fear to see what movie is Avengers Infinity War gonna look like that 50 years in the future? Are they gonna go, yep, that's the 2010s?
Oh yeah, what are you
Dog,
watching Dobie Gillis on?
It was Amazon Prime, because my dad has Amazon Prime, and it was just free included. Every old TV show is just there because it was just free to license. So they just took it.
Okay. I want to ask, does it have that little warning that says this was a product of its time?
No, because there's nothing racist in there.
Hold up. I haven't. Are there any people of color in the show?
Oh no. It's exactly
There
like
you
Andy
go.
Griffith. It's exactly like Andy Griffith, where there are no black people. So you're dealing with that. But because of that, you're not having any Warner Brothers, this is a product of the times scenario. So they dodged a bullet because of their inherent racism, but in a different way.
Dobie Gillis, not as racist as it could be.
No. The systemic racism saved it from the hard racism. But yeah. Going back to Suspiria.
Also, the music in the classic Suspiria. So everything about the older Suspiria, I think, works better. Like the set design, the music, everything feels a lot better than the modern one, where all the looks, it's all muted and mundane. But then there's one death that's really disconcerting.
Yeah, it's kind of like the one I saw from the new, and I've only seen basically I'll admit, I watched the Red Letter Media review of it, and the death they showed was the one where she's dancing, and then it's happening to
she's
another
killing-
person.
Yep, she's killing someone else while she dances.
And that scene's nuts.
Yeah.
And, because my only frame of reference for you talking about, like, the remake of the 70s movie, and it's much lower brow, is Death Race 2000 and Death Race with Jason Statham.
I thought you were going to say The Italian Job.
No, that's on my queue. Like,
But
I haven't seen the original, so it's still on my queue.
But, okay, the original Suspiria is not a highbrow horror movie by any means.
Yeah, well, what I mean is more, like, I know it's that 70s trash,
Yeah.
which is also kind of Death Race 2000,
Yeah.
but it's just that difference of tone where the other
Yeah.
one, Death Race 2000, is really colorful and kind of zany in a way,
Yeah.
whereas the Jason Statham one is hard for real serious, and the colors are all muted, but that makes it stupider.
Kevin, remember when him and the other guy each drove over half of the wall icon?
Yeah, I do. It was great. No, I love that movie. Don't get me wrong. That movie, I love both of those movies for very different reasons.
How many death races are there? Or
4.
just the 2?
4. I've seen all of them. Each one is worth. So I have seen all 5 of the Death Race films.
Wasn't like the last one like World Tour or something?
I think, okay, so I get them confused because I watched them out of order, and I didn't know that they were, because they stopped being numbered, and I watched them out of order, but because the Death Race films are so stupid, you don't really need to have them in order.
Yeah.
So the last one, I think, is set in Australia, and where Frankenstein has become his own city-state, and then you gotta race him because of I don't remember. It's just dumb.
It feels like it's turning into Mad Max.
The last one was effectively Mad Max because I think Mad Max Fury Road came out and they decided that we have to rip off this. And this is our franchise that always somewhat does well. And it was bizarre because Frankenstein became Immortan Joe, but he wasn't always Immortan Joe. But he kind of did.
I just imagine the studio executive standing there looking at Mad Max Fury Road, and then below him, he is holding the Scorpion King and Death Race and trying to decide which one needs to rip off Mad Max.
Effectively, I'm 90% sure that's what happened. But also, each
see Mad Max Scorpion King.
Each Death Race movie is stupider than the one preceding it. But
I believe it.
It's that kind of stupid that it's Saturday night Netflix stupid, where you want a movie that's dumb and you want to clap and you're like, yeah, that's stupid. I love it.
It's called The Perfection. Oh.
What do you say?
I had to watch The Perfection last night.
What is
that
the
movie? Oh my god! Now you want a stupid movie? It's called The Perfection.
Give me the plot synopsis.
So the synopsis is I'm trying to think of like how. Okay, so it's about a music school, and like one former student, like best student, and like the current modern student, and it's like tries to keep doing reveals to be like, oh, look how twisted and weird and like cruel this is, but it's just stupid.
Yeah, no, I love a failed. So it's a failed attempt. It's not like it's trying to be movie. It's the Speed Grapher where it's grasping, but it can't.
Yeah, it's trying to be an artsy horror movie, but no one had the talent involved to pull it off.
Oh, that sounds great.
And like, my partner, she only likes it or wanted me to see it because there's a really bad cello playing section
Yeah.
where like you can tell they are not hitting like the notes that the music is playing.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. At least their bowing is in sync with the music. But
No, that's great.
But then she just left it on for the whole movie, and I was like, wait, if all you wanted me to see was like the first 15 minutes, why did I have to watch all of it?
Because you must see. You must know. That's important. I think I watched Killzone 2. It was really good. That was I think it was in reference to Killzone 1 from Asia.
Have either of you seen Edge of Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it good?
Yep.
I don't trust Nolan.
yeah.
Yeah, see, I was waiting for Nolan. I know me and Nolan have more similar taste than me and you, Kevin.
It's not bad, but it's not like
Yeah.
amazing. It's it's all right.
I enjoyed it.
Also, I have a question. Why is that movie also called Live, Die, Repeat now?
Because that was the original title. That was
Did you not read the poster?
Yeah. So the movie was supposed to be called that, but the studios wussed out and called it Edge of Tomorrow.
No,
Is it
they
like
wussed out and didn't call it All You Need Is Kill.
Yeah, that was so the original like story is All You Need Is Kill, but the studios were like no, and then it was supposed to be Live, Die, Repeat, and the studios were like no, and they said okay, Edge of Tomorrow.
It's like, so they compromised by making the full title is Live, Die, Repeat, and the subtitle is Edge of Tomorrow. So they just embiggened that bit and made Live, Die, Repeat look like the tagline.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly
Okay.
it.
It's just weird to me that movie's name changed between theaters and home video release.
Yeah. I like that movie.
Yeah.
I think that's a fun movie.
It's
I
a
don't
it's
like
a good
movies
Tom
being called
Cruise.
fun.
Yeah, it is good Tom Cruise.
I recently watched a bad Tom Cruise.
The
Which one?
Mummy?
Yes.
Oh,
but
I've
also
seen that movie. Oh, that movie.
Mission Impossible Fallout.
Oh, I liked that. I liked Mission Impossible Fallout. I love those
This
movies.
is what I mean when I said me and Nolan have more similar taste than me and you.
Oh no, like you're not wrong if you think it's.
Is like
I love it.
while I was watching, I'm like, man, Tom Cruise is old.
Yeah, he is.
Yes,
It's
he
great.
is.
It's great. I love it. Where they have to like digitally CG his abs on him because he's kind of like melting. It's great. Love it.
Like, when's it going to end where he becomes like Q or like the guy that gives out missions and they hand it to a younger guy?
No, he can't. He will never accept it. Like Simon Pegg is great in those movies.
Yeah, I'll agree
How
with that.
is also like I want it to, if we're talking about how it should end, I want it to turn it into like Big Boss where he just sets up his own island.
He sets up his own impossible unit.
Yep.
I think that was like 3 of the movies. Where he did
I think that might have been like 3 or 4. I can't remember.
It happens a lot where he
Because
goes, I'm
they
gonna
stop naming it. They start numbering it after 3.
Yeah. I mean, I like all of those movies. I like all of them, even when they're stupid.
I'll say I like up until oh god, I think 4, and then I'm like, I don't care about this anymore.
Well, 4 is the best one. That's the one where Brad Bird directed it. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the one where all the gadgets are failing at all times, and it makes it interesting. Because every one of the gadgets they get just fails, and all of their stuff is messed up, and like the suction cups are coming off, and then he gives them glasses, and they go, "Why are these glasses?" And it's like to keep the sand out of your eyes, and that turns out to be incredibly useful. the finale, which I was like, I love it when like the base, it's like here's the high tech gadget, and then the real key is goggles and a bandana because there's like a sandstorm, and it's able to keep chase.
I always like that. I like that as like the character where it's like, oh, this one character is just all high tech, and then you have the other character who is gun and fists, and that's it.
Yeah. That also made more sense with Tom Cruise being old because he kind of fought like an old guy in the middle of the car vending machine, which was really cool.
Yeah.
That was a good fight scene because most of it was just them falling down onto cars. And I'm like, I can believe that more than like Tom Cruise beating up Henry Cavill, who's all buff from both Witcher and Superman. I don't believe Tom Cruise can fight him, but when Tom Cruise is fighting another kind of old rich man and they're kind of falling down, I'm like, okay, I believe that.
Yeah.
Good guy, Henry Cavill. Good for him. Played
The
good
Man
role.
from Uncle.
I liked that movie.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That movie was shockingly good.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be garbage.
Oh, I was
I
expecting.
thought it was gonna be like, Get Smart.
Oh,
No, because because you had Russian Spy, and Russian Spy was the cool spy because he was just all business. American Spy was all suave. Russian Spy's just like he gets things done. Loved it.
How good is Atomic Blonde?
Um,
I don't know.
I've
That's
seen
rhetorical.
it.
It's really good.
I get that one mixed up with another movie I saw that wasn't as good, which was the Luc Besson one that was effectively the same thing as Atomic Blonde. It was like called Nikita or something.
Yeah, that's a yeah.
And I was like I remember one of those isn't good and the other one is good, and I get them confused because they're both like 60s spy. Atomic Blonde.
No, Atomic.
You go.
So, Nikita is like actually, I think it's. My brain wants to say it came out in like the 90s, but I think it's earlier than that. But yeah, it's definitely, it might be 80s. I don't know, whatever. But then Atomic Blonde came out in the teens, but it's just like very much set in the 60s.
Yeah, it's one of those where they're both a period piece of the time.
Yeah.
And I get them confused.
But they're very different. Like Nikita is much more like a like interpersonal relationship movie set in the spy world.
Yeah.
Whereas Atomic Blonde is like an action movie.
But also spies. Also a lot of betrayals.
Yep.
A lot of cool changes. A lot of wigs. Very important. Got to get your wig game on point. I like that movie. Was that the... God, I've seen a lot of spy movies. I like spy movies. I watched I Spy recently. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It was a 90s spy movie. It was like Owen Wilson and Eddie Murphy. And I
Aren't you
liked
talking about
it.
the best spy movie?
Which one?
Catch That Kid.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh,
I thought you were going to
man.
say Agent Cody Banks.
Is it?
Oh,
No, Frankie Muniz is still in Catch That Kid, isn't he?
I think so.
I,
No, it's who's the Twilight girl? Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
It's her and Corbin Blue.
I've seen Agent Cody Banks and can remember nothing about it.
I have never seen it, and I remember part of that is because when you have a brother who happens to be named Cody,
Ah.
he very much hated the idea of that movie because it looked dumb and it shared his name, so thus it was extra dumb for him.
So I think I watched it because of Malcolm in the Middle.
Now,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I watched more of Agent Cody Banks 2 than Agent Cody Banks 1.
Is
The one where he's in London with a London agent.
Maybe that's the one I saw. I distinctly remember maybe that was... Is it still Frankie Muniz?
Yeah.
And is the agent a girl?
Yeah.
That's the one I saw. Okay,
Because
that's the one I saw.
Okay. The movie I was thinking of instead of Catch That Kid is Big Fat Liar.
Yeah.
Also, do you guys know who voiced Chester McBadbat?
It was Frankie Muniz.
Yes, it was.
What?
Yeah, like at the beginning, but then they changed it. Like there's a lot of celebrity voices in some of the, I think it was Fairly Odd Parents, and then all the people just left because they had things to do. Fuck Butch Hartman, by the way. Fuck him.
Yeah.
He sucks.
Is he getting worse?
No, he just sucks.
Oh, well, you don't like the Christian overtones in his shows?
I don't like the explicit where he's gone full ham on like he went hard Christian. Where you're like, oh, it was bad. It was bad. And then he drew Joe Taro with like a Fairly Odd Parents.
He's drawn a lot of anime characters.
And it's just weird.
That's how he's getting hip with the kids.
Yeah, oh man. Get him out of here. Get him
I
out
too
of
watched the Animus.
Yeah, look at me. I'm a hip child. I made a cartoon.
Someone tricked him into watching Devilman.
Oh, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. Devilman, I don't know. Devilman, that's one of the most that's hard Christians.
Yeah.
Yo, it's like how all the Evangelion angels look way more like what the Bible was saying them. Like weird spheres with eyes on them. There you go. Then it shoots mind lasers.
I'll be honest,
you.
I'm kind of down with that level of heaven.
Yeah, right. It's like there's a reason angels always show up saying, "Do not be afraid."
Yeah, because you get like Zeratul showing
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, a man with wings appears. He does not tell you, "Don't be afraid." You're like, yeah, why? You're just a dude with wings.
Why wouldn't I?
The screaming cube. I think I would be afraid.
Yeah. Keep in mind, like, Jacob wrestles with an angel, like, all night. And it's like, what unfathomable horror is that guy going to work on?
He beat the shit out of that cube.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite one.
Give me that blessing.
Is there a better angel than the cube?
No.
Because it's
Technically, it's a diamond.
but it's something so intimidating, like an
Yeah.
otherworldly, where it's just the cube. And I do like the reboot where they made all of its lasers like it sounds like it's screaming horribly at you. I like that change. Where like its charge up is the thing yelling. It's like ah, and then it shoots its laser. It's like, oh man,
I still need to actually watch Evangelion.
it's good.
Yeah, Netflix.
It's good.
Yeah, I know, but the problem, it's like Rick and Morty and Invader Zim, and like, there's just such a toxic fan base surrounding it that I don't want to watch it.
I think
If I'm honest, just watch it and don't talk about it.
I think
ever.
it's I think
That's
it's
the
one
best
of
way
the,
you can enjoy it.
it's also I think you're coming into it where people are saying it's the greatest thing of all time, and I don't believe that. But
No.
it's still good.
Yeah.
It's very good. And also, you are at the correct age to watch it where you're not going to hate Shinji. Or if you do hate Shinji, you're going to be like, I get you, Shinji. I get
No,
you.
I'm pretty sure I'm still gonna hate Shinji.
You're still going to yell at him to get in that robot.
I mean, I do, but I understand why he acts the way he is. I get it.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I like him. I still don't like the kid.
No, the
And I
best,
think the show would still be better if someone else did. Like, what if? Okay, crazy idea, but hear me out. What if instead of Shinji, I don't know, the main character was Gene Starwind? Imagine that show.
Yeah.
well, the best is Misato and Kaiji? He's the best character. I like him a lot. He waters his watermelons. It's great. Good stuff.
Doesn't he get murdered?
Oh, they all do. It's the whole
all do.
point. Yeah, that's the end of Evangelion. That shit happened. The rapture goes down. And it bad. It's super rapture. Get turned into the Tang.
Yep. See, I've seen parts of that movie.
You saw him jacking it. Cranking that hog.
Yep. and then ashamed of himself.
Yeah.
Not even Shinji like Shinji.
Well, yeah, that's like the point of
There's nothing I can
Evangelion.
say. If you actually watch it, there's nothing I can say to prepare you for the final episode of Evangelion.
Oh man, that's so sick. I love it. I love what happens when that show. Like, I love the ending of that show. How, like, I like that. I like the TV show ending better than End of Evangelion
Yeah.
because it's more weird. Like, when you see what's actually happening, you're like, okay, that's cool. It's cool and all when Asuka fights all those.
Asuka?
Yeah, Asuka the Beautiful. But when she fights all those monsters. But I like it when it's just war where it's the abstract of what happens. It's way more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch Brand New Animal. That's on my watch queue.
I started that and it seems good, but I had to do something else, so I paused it.
Yeah.
It looks neat.
Japan Sinks also just came out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that looks real good.
Yeah.
Yep. It's I think this is like the last show oh, I forgot his name. Yuasa did before, like, I think he's retiring.
Oh yeah, he's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's also expected to be a Miyazaki style retiring where he's going to be back.
Oh, of course. Because those damn kids will fuck it up. And they'll have to fix it.
I don't know. He seems a lot less shitty than Miyazaki does.
That's
and also,
true.
I think Miyazaki is kind of right in his shittiness, where most of his complaints are like, yeah, this is Kiki. Now there are perverts that are sexualizing her.
Also, Miyazaki hates his own son enough that he has to continually come back.
Yeah,
You have
Goro
to keep pulling him out of the
Miyazaki.
grave.
Yeah, Goro, what are you doing, Goro? Gotta fix your problems.
I've seen some stills of like that new CG movie from Goro, and I like how it looks.
Oh, Japan
It is like it's like Hex Girls the anime.
Japan CG
Oh, I know what
is
you're talking about, yeah.
Japan CG is getting better.
Yeah, I want to see the new Lupin.
Yeah.
When did that come out?
I think it's out in Japan, and it aired at the Annecy Film Festival in France a couple weeks back. So G-Kids is bringing it here, so I would say probably by the end of the year it'll be out over here.
Yeah, because
Listen, I need Lupin this year. I need something to believe in.
I've steadily just accepted Lupin's my favorite anime.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's Utena. I can't lie. I think about that
good.
show like every day. It's great.
I mean, don't get me wrong, but also I think about Lupin every day too.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair. Like Lupin is an anime. If you said that's your favorite, you're valid. I'm not gonna say like, eh. That's
It's
fine.
also Lupin's nice because you can just a random episode and it doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, but Nanami turned into a cow.
She laid an egg.
She did lay that egg. That egg was Choo Choo all along.
That show's still on YouTube.
It's great.
You can, if you're listening to this, you can just click the search bar right now and start watching Utena instead.
You should just watch all of Revolutionary Girl Utena. You have a great time.
It's only 39 episodes.
Yo, it'll do it. You want to see the best anime? It's right there.
But there's also, have you ever seen The Secret of Mamo?
I know it. That's not the Lupin, the third movie where he fights aliens.
No. But it gets really weird. So the movie starts with Lupin the Third is hanged, and they're like, we've run all the analysis, and it is Lupin the Third. And Zenigata's like, no, I know he's still alive. And he goes to this old castle, and he finds Lupin, like, dressed as Dracula in a coffin. And he's like, no, how are you still alive, Lupin? And he's like, I don't know.
That's great. No, that's good. Lupin dressed up as Dr. Acula.
Yep. Dr. Eysign.
Louis Pawn. It's my name.
Lupin.
Louis Pond the Third.
Yep.
Yeah, but friends call me Lupin
Yep. The third.
the Third. No, that's
Boy,
cool.
I'm really excited for that American remake now. That's going to be coming.
I don't think they ever are.
No.
It's too much of a sure thing.
Yeah,
and
it's
an
too
obvious,
easy.
Like,
It's too easy. They could do it. All you gotta do is just like a Lupin
Chris
the
Pratt is already Lupin the Third in every role he plays.
Oh, shit, yeah. Oh.
and Lupin the Third is just half Mission Impossible, half Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
You just merge those two movies together, and that's Lupin the Third.
And like, I'll even accept they're gonna change all the names.
Oh yeah, 100%. But it'll still be fine.
Except Goemon. Goemon might get to stay Japanese.
Yeah, he should. Like you just
Who plays Zenigata? Oh, Idris Elba.
No, see,
Because he's an Interpol agent.
Oh yeah, okay. See, I would
The
say Idris
alternative-
Elba. They would make him Jigen.
I could see that too.
I think that's what they would do.
It would if it was 10 years ago, I'd say Bruce Willis for Zenigata.
He can still do it now. You can still make him old.
Yeah.
No, you put The Rock.
Oh, yeah.
You put The Rock. The Rock is Zenigata.
Honestly, I'd be okay if you just made the Lupin the Third and adapted it into a Fast and the Furious spin-off.
Oh, that'd be yes.
Lupin needs some help.
He gets to call the family.
It's been a while, Lupin.
Oh, the
you
family.
need for a
Dominic Toretto. I heard of you. Trying to get that Lupin. Because he already has a car. He has his signature car.
That's what I want. I want to see all the sweet American muscle cars trying to chase down the little Fiat.
The Fiat, and then he goes, "Oh, my friend Dominique gave me some NOS," and he hits it.
Oh,
There you go. Done.
you're welcome, Hollywood.
English Lupin solved. Fast and the Furious 10. Lupin the Third
One.
1. Hobbs and Shaw 2. You get Hobbs and Shaw and Goemon.
Yep.
There you go.
Jigen and Goemon versus Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, that'd be sick. That'd be real fascinating.
Wait. What anime character is hoping The Rock, though, catch them?
No. 'Cause-
Zenigata.
Yeah, Zenigata.
No, it's Zenigata and Conan.
Oh. So it's Fast and the Furious 9, Lupin the Third 1, Hobbs and Shaw 2, Conan versus Lupin 3.
Yes, that's the movie.
It's a hell of a movie.
It's a very specific
Greatest movie
audience.
of all time.
But yo, that's.
Eat your heart out, the Avengers.
I feel like that would be my Homer. Where like if Hollywood gave me infinite budget, or like Homer's
No,
car.
I saw one of the Conan versus Lupin movies.
Yeah,
Because they did like a TV one, and it did well enough that then they did a theatrical movie one.
I saw a bit of it and was like, it's alright.
Yeah, that's how I feel. It's alright. The best part is when Jigen is just talking to Conan about something.
I think my real Homer car would be me trying to make a Big O movie. That would be it.
Oh, you mean Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow?
It was like 90% of the way there. You just replace planes with the Megadeuses, and you learn them how they can actually say Megadeus instead of Megadeuce.
No, it's the Deuce. The double Deuce.
Because Domineus of Megadeus sounds cool, but Dominus of Megadeus, I don't know.
Domadeus Megadeus. Doug Dimadeus.
But the Dibsdale Dimadeus's.
Yep.
I'm done. Bye.
Later days.
Podcast over.